Hi guys, how are you on this beautiful day? I hope you are keeping very well. Today I want to talk a little bit about vitamins and diet, but rather a better word for diet, let's say nutrition. So the most common question I get is about hair loss. When I start discussing with clients about food or diet, that the hair loss could be internal rather than external factors such as coloring damage, heat damage, environmental factors. What is going on internally in our bodies, and are we getting enough of the vitamins and nutrients that we need for hair growth, our skin, and our nails? Let's get down to it. The main things that I say for you to try to implement into your diet if you are suffering with any of the top problems, it could be dry skin, hair loss, like I said, breakage, dry hair, if your nails are chipping or breaking, not growing, it's likely to be internal. So I'm not a doctor, I can't prescribe or give you a exact diagnosis or prognosis, definitely not. But what I can say is try to work on your internal well-being. See food as your best friend, your source of vitamins and nutrients that your body really needs to function well. Then you're going to think of your mental well-being and your emotional well-being as well, because these all go hand in hand. Food as well, when you eat something really good and nutritious, you automatically send positive brain waves and signals to your brain as you're exercising, you're eating well, you are feeling amazing, and that is all part of it. So what can we incorporate into our diet? Our body needs a lot of healthy fats. So you could start with looking at avocados, which are also great, especially for women with our cycle and our ovaries. Look at nuts. There are tons of types of nuts. I know maybe you don't like almonds, go for pecans, cashews. Try all the different nuts that you can. If you're not allergic, please don't give up and just say you don't like nuts. Please try. These days they are making a lot of powders as well, so you don't even need to eat it if you don't like the texture or the taste. Buy something that you can put into a smoothie or in your morning oats or with some yogurt. For example, something I bought the other week was a mushroom superfood powder. So there's like 5 types of mushrooms in there to help fight against fatigue, which is something that I suffer with. I eat mushrooms almost daily, but I also add this superfood powder as well, and I do feel and reap the benefits of it. Something else you can be doing is in your smoothies, you could be adding spinach for iron, which is a big vitamin source that we lack without realizing and that we really, really need. Again, especially for women as well, and that time of the month. If you don't like the taste of spinach, it's quite hard to eat a lot of it. It's quite chewy and a bit bitter. Pop it into a smoothie, you won't even realize it's there. Same with powders, wheatgrass, spirulina, cacao. There's so much that you can easily incorporate, and it doesn't take much time. Obviously it is a bit more of an investment, but for your well-being in the long term, you'd rather spend money now to be healthy than paying for an illness later on. Healthy fats, avocados, nuts. You're going to need some omega-3s. So salmon is the highest for that. If you are not a salmon lover, you can of course turn to other alternative fish, which are still great in the fatty acids and for your brain. If you're not a fish lover at all or vegan, about some chia seeds. These are fantastic for energy. The Inca warriors, that was their main food source, they say. So yeah, chia seeds are really great because they're filling, high energy, they're giving you the nutrients that you need as well. They are a fat, so they're keeping you fuller for longer as well, and you won't be craving other sweet sugary things. However, if you do have a sugar craving, try to replace it with something a little bit nutritious. Example, dates, dried figs, dried apricots. Obviously dried fruits do contain a lot of sugar, but they are technically a healthier sugar than a processed chocolate bar. Don't get me wrong, I do love my sweet treat, even a savory treat for sure. But once I started noticing the positive effects on my body and how it made me feel, I really try to go for a more alternative, healthier option. Food is fuel for your body. It doesn't have to be boring. You can make things taste incredible. Real food actually has real flavor. You don't actually need to do much to it. Another sweet treat that you can go for is dark chocolate. So I never used to like dark chocolate at all, and now it's my absolute favorite, and I'm on 85% dark chocolate. It's the best. I can't go any lower. Not saying you have to, definitely not, but just that's a really good healthy treat as well, which is still going to be great for your magnesium intake too. With dark chocolate, you also don't need too much because it is a bit stronger. You end up actually having less chocolate than you would with a sweet chocolate bar. Coconut, back to the healthy fats. Coconut is also an excellent source. Cleans your teeth, keeps you full. You take your time chewing as well, which is something that we don't do anymore. We rush our food quite a lot. So again, coconuts are one of the best food sources and sweet treats too. If you don't like eating coconut, why not try some coconut water? It's also amazing for some electrolytes and energy. Instead of going for a kind of high sugar processed drink, fizzy drink, go for some coconut water. Again, you can add it in your smoothies, or you can just drink it as it is. Super refreshing with amazing nutrients and benefits. After looking at all of those healthy fats, now look at antioxidants. So berries are fantastic for your hair, skin, and nails. They are also low calorie, so definitely great as well for that. Is a great benefit. One little thing that comes up a lot is caffeine. So caffeine, it kind of stimulates blood flow, but not by drinking it. This is where people can misunderstand coffee being good for you or caffeine being good for you. It's more of like a caffeine scrub, exfoliating scrub, or caffeine products to treat the hair and scalp. So don't get that confused. Collagen is something very important that is becoming a lot more well known in the overall industry. Our body creates its own collagen, and at a certain time in our life it stops producing, or it slowly produces less. Even though our body makes its own collagen, sometimes due to some factors our body is not actually able to absorb some of the nutrients and vitamins that we make ourselves. There are many things that can influence this, but if our body is not able to absorb this from our own creation, from our own food and internal structure, we sometimes need to take extra kind of supplements, vitamins, nutritional foods, just to make sure that we are getting the amount that we need. Some people need a little bit more than others in different food groups, and that's completely okay. We are all individual and have individual needs. There's no reason to feel like you're different. You're beautifully unique, and we just want to make sure that you are getting exactly what you need for your overall fully functioning well-being. Something else you can keep in mind is micronutrients also help to provide support in producing collagen for healthy hair, skin, and nails. So there are 8 main vitamin sources that we need for healthy hair and strong nails and beautiful glowing skin. So we've got biotin, which is a B vitamin, but there are other B vitamins that we also need. Zinc, magnesium, protein, iron, omega-3s, and vitamin C. So if you are unsure of what food groups those are, I will name a few below. So biotin-rich foods include legumes, avocado, mushrooms, nuts, seeds, egg yolks, organ meat, sweet potatoes, and yeast. All right, so zinc. The oysters are the biggest zinc providers per serving, and you've got your standard poultry or red meat and dairy products. If you are vegan, for example, or not a meat eater, you can look at beans, fortified cereals, whole grains, and nuts again. So you see, nuts are in most food groups, so you are winning if you are a nut eater. Okie dokie, magnesium is quite similar to zinc. So you've got your biggest one is spinach, legumes, nuts, seeds, also fortified cereals, and whole grains. Vitamin C, I think, is going to surprise a lot of you. Obviously, we all know oranges contain vitamin C, but did you know peppers do as well? Then you've got strawberries and black currants also. Ooh, I wouldn't have thought that straight away. And then you have broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and potatoes, all containing that beautiful, delicious vitamin C. Okay, so iron, we have red meat, obviously is the biggest one, and liver. Please avoid liver if you are pregnant though. What else have we got for iron? We have nuts, fortified cereals, beans. You may be wondering what kind of beans. You go for kidney beans, edamame beans, and chickpeas. Also, soybean flour is a good source for iron as well. Another tasty treat you can go for if you're looking for a boost of iron is dried fruit such as apricots. Alright, so protein is our biggest and main food group source. Let's go meat alternative, dairy-free first. So you're going to go for broccoli, almonds, soybeans, pumpkin seeds. Eggs are the only food that is a whole food source group. Not everyone eats eggs though, but if you do, eggs are the best thing for you. They contain all of the nutrients that you need. Then we have oats, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, and milk as a source of protein. Of course, there are a lot of dairy-free milk alternatives out there now. All right, one of my favorites, omega-3. How do I get omega-3s without eating fish? First of all, chia seeds. Chia seeds have amazing benefits. They're full of fiber and they have a hefty amount of protein as well. For omega-3, we've also got Brussels sprouts, algal oil, perilla oil, walnuts, flax seeds, and hemp seeds. And of course, the biggest source of omega being salmon or fish. B vitamins are so important because they are what makes sure the body's cells are functioning properly. B vitamins help the body to convert food into energy, our metabolism. They also create new blood cells and help to maintain healthy skin, hair, and nails, as well as brain cells and other body tissues. So in case you were wondering which fish are great for improving your vitamin B12, you can go for fish and shellfish such as trout, tuna, mackerel, salmon, and clams. So I'm going into a little bit more detail about vitamin B12 just because it is the main source to make our body function properly. So what else can you include to your diet, into your nutrition? We've got leafy greens, so you can go for spinach, kale, kailan. Then you've got legumes. What are legumes? Beans, lentils. You can go for various seeds. Which seeds? Sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, linseeds, all sorts of seeds basically. Low-fat milk, cheese, yogurt. You can also go for many different citrus fruits, bananas, and avocados. One of my favorites and an excellent food source is quinoa. And why? Why is it so great? It contains the most dietary minerals than all other grains. It is high in fiber, rich in protein, and vitamin B12. So I've just touched on a little bit of the food groups that you could try. See if this improves the way you feel and also your overall well-being. Send me a message, leave a comment, share some feedback as well. Just let us know if any of these things help you to feel better and the best version of yourself. If there are still any concerns, please reach out to a medical professional. I am not one, unfortunately, so I can only just give general advice, but I can't actually treat you if there is a bit more of an underlying condition or something to be checked out. So yes, thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed sharing with you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Bye.